What is going on, everyone? Back in the workshop, enjoying good old American air conditioning. It's hot again. It's not real comfortable outside. It's very humid. It's hot. Spent a good chunk of the day today with some great people at the Milwaukee RC Locos event. Watch for that video coming up. It might be out before this one. I'm not sure yet. I got a lot of editing to do on that. And if you watch my videos, you know I'm terrible at it. But wanted to get a quick little update on something I put together before the body gets trashed. So I mentioned a while back I picked up the Sundrop late model Losi NASCAR. Got the body right here. It did get some runtime, and I wanted to take it off before it got trashed. There is a little scratches here, there, a little sticker peeling, because apparently to replace this body, I'm looking at about $80 US to replace it. Not looking to spend that on there. Yeah, because it's going to be a driver. This car is a driver, and they're fun. We have a pretty hefty league going on over at Hobbytown. A lot of guys. It's the car of choice, and we're running them brushed. We're keeping them brushed. You can do a little tweaking to them. That's cool. We're running them brushed. But I got something you Dodge boys are gonna love. So remember, we got the good old. What was the greatest Dodge sports car ever built? It wasn't a Dodge truck. It wasn't, was it Dodge Neon, right? That was the greatest car ever built. Dodge Neon. No. No, we got ourselves the Dodge Viper. Look at that. I mentioned this a while back. I think I may have flashed a pic of it. Looking good. This is by Proline, designed specifically for the Losi NASCAR series. It looks great. It's beautiful. Got lucky. It came with the stripes. They were pre-cut, but I had to still trim them because there's a lot of sticker overlay, and I didn't like how that looked. But not a big deal. It's not like cutting out Tamiya stickers. Those are a lot more work. Couple major issues though putting the body on. Well, first off, I knew this right out of the bat. The late model has completely different diffuser and splitter on it than the standard NASCARs. Are much larger. Plus, you got that quick release body mount. So I had to order those, get it put on. So keep in mind this. I'm going to bring this down so we can look at it a little more. This body by Proline is completely pre-cut. I don't know, machine cut, however they do it, and the mount holes are pre-drilled. So it should just drop right on, right? Whether it's pre-painted or it comes clear, it should just drop right on. No. I am fighting with it. I'm like adjusting the body post. I'm like, man, this just does not fit. It just does not fit. I'm like, is it me? Is my car warped? What? So I'm Googling. I'm on the old Googler, and sure enough, Google tells me, you're right, it doesn't fit. I'm like, what? So I do more research. Yeah, Proline messed up. They messed up. They cut it wrong. Something to that effect. So this is what I had to do. Get a little closer look at that. That looks good. So I had to do a little trimming on the front splitter. So not only did I have to shave quite a bit off the foam, I had to get out the old Dremel tool and do some grinding on both sides. Nothing major. You know, this is $7. This whole front piece is $7. Can't argue. But yeah, I had to shave quite a bit down and keep shaving a little more and a little more and a little more. Got it to fit. It's a tight fit. Now, the other complaint I had was, you got this wing, which I don't know, you guys tell me, that's not accurate to, man, we got a blur. Not accurate to this car, right? This is just a cheap spoiler. Problem is, the body posts are here, and the pins go this way. They don't go this way. Now, I did try drilling extra holes in them this way, lengthwise of the car. Doesn't really work that well because they hit the window, the tail window, and you can't push the pins in. So you literally have to either bend the wing up, which is eventually going to crack, or take a needle nose pliers, put the pin in, and wedge them in, which that's going to be a nightmare at the track. So that'll be fun. I guess maybe I'll put some pull strings, clips on the pins for removal, but that's not going to help for putting them in. So, but as for the car, like I said, we are running unbrushed. but I still did some modifications but to keep it brushed. Not a fan of the stock electronics, never been a fan of RTR stock electronics. So here's what I basically did. I had to write myself a note because I screw things up a lot. So basically, we got the sun drop late model, kept the stock factory brushed motor. Well, the other day when I was racing, I was like, man, why is everybody faster? I thought we were supposed to be stock. Well, here it turns out people are getting rid of the 19 tooth pinion gear. They're putting 21 tooth in there. And I'm like, well, of course they're faster. I mean, no. Okay. So put the 21 tooth in there. So added a heatsink because I was cooking, man. Even on the 19 tooth, I was cooking. So I put the heatsink on. Well, it's still getting hot. Put a fan on there. I got the Racing like $9 fan. Threw it on there. I added my favorite brushed ESC, the Hobby Wing 1080. Got that going on there, right in there. I gotta give me one of those fancy pointers that everybody has. And then got an AVC receiver in there, so that gets me some gyro. I can do other stuff with it, but I basically just use it for the gyro. And I can turn it off if that's not allowed. I can just turn a dial, turn it off. The servo I decided to go with, I've done expensive servos in the past and I've broken them. The stock servos I mentioned before, I hate them. They're absolute garbage. Man, I go through those like a baby goes through diapers. This one, man, it's some Chinese servo, but it was highly recommended all over the internet. Got it off of Amazon, dirt cheap. It's just one with letters. It's called the AGFRC Micro Servo. Part number B13DLM V2, version 2. It's 4.5 kilograms, all metal gears. I think it even said it was like titanium gears, but I don't believe that. They're probably brass. So I threw that in there, and then I got an Endura metal servo saver, 25 tooth. So we're going along pretty good with that. So we'll see how it goes next time we go racing. Got the Goodyear Eagle Pro soft tires by Proline. Lettering's pretty rubbed off already from the last race I did. One race and those letters were gone. So I hope you're not paying for pretty lettering on the tires. They're going to be gone. But you are paying for amazing grip. These things grip like they are glued to the asphalt. Not sure about carpet yet, but I'm sure they're just as good. The stock tires on NASCARs, they're rock hard. If you like them, fine. If you like that skidding, drifting thing going on, that's cool. But the Proline Goodyear Eagles are just phenomenal. Paired everything with a Spectrum DX3. I like these controllers. Got analog dials. Love analog dials. And here again, I can literally just rotate that and turn the AVC gyro all the way from 100% to completely off just by whipping the dial around. That's great. I do have the Bluetooth dongle in there. You got the app. Honestly, it's kind of crap. I will say one thing: if you have a Traxxas and you have the Bluetooth set up in there, that is like the one thing Traxxas did right. Their Bluetooth setup. I'm not gonna give Traxxas a whole lot of praise, but they did that right. And I don't like Traxxas controllers. But whatever, it's in there. I'll have to experiment with it, but it's probably never going to use. But I have one laying around. Anything else I did to this? Oh, big upgrade. Anybody had a NASCAR, it comes with the cheap diffs with the plastic sun gears on the sides of the diffs. Yeah, it's got metal spider gears. Great. Plastic sun gears. Guys chew them up. I went with a pair of Power Hobby all metal differentials that are sealed, liquid filled, oil filled. Power Hobby doesn't make anything. I've actually talked to the owner. His name is Mohammed. Super nice guy, but they basically buy stuff and rebrand it with their name, whether it's batteries, servos, hardware, whatever. If you get a deal on it, you get a deal on it. Great, buy it. Put a pair of those front and rear. Obviously, you can't see them, but they're in there. And hopefully we get some running Sunday. They're talking about maybe canceling racing because we got this air quality effect and extreme heat and whatever. I'll get it on the track. Also, you can see I got a different plug in there. As I mentioned before, I do not run Spectrum batteries, those little micro batteries that 1400 milliamps or whatever they are, and like 0C rating and smart batteries. I'm running Gens Ace batteries. A lot more punch, a lot more C rating, a lot more milliamperage. They're just all around better. That's my choice. A lot of guys are still running the stock batteries. Hey, whatever, they're happy. So yeah, I definitely recommend NASCARs if you're not into them. Even if you just buy it stock out of the box, run it 100% stock. There's probably a racing group not too far from you. They are a blast. Guys complain about them being four-wheel drive, but you know what? They handle great. I know NASCARs are not four-wheel drive. I'm not really into real NASCAR driving, but I love this. This is fun. So yeah, go to your hobby store, check out the NASCARs, look at them online, try to find some people racing them, and for the price, you can't go wrong. For a ready-to-run car that is superb out of the box, why don't you look into it? All right, that's it. I'm gonna enjoy my ice cold Guinness. Some of you guys are choking right now just looking at this. This is compliments of, I don't know how you connect the dots here, but my son-in-law's father gave me those recently. Thank you very much, Jason, if you're watching this. And y'all have a great weekend.